What's up, everybody, and welcome to a winning Wednesday on Cowboys Cutting Up. I am J-Stogs, the Buff Nerd. Let's go. And of course, I'm joined by that guy, the man, Trey Collis. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
A lot better than I was the start of Monday, tell you that. Ooh, man, it was
Sunday and Monday.
I actually I can't. Like this has been the best weekend of my life. I went to go see Steph Curry and the Warriors play at the Alamo Dome. Saw the record-breaking attendance for an NBA game Friday night.
That's
Refereed
crazy.
YMCA little fifth and sixth grade kids. I almost had to throw a coach out of the gym. That was fun.
Hey,
I'm like,
nice.
and then Sunday I got to watch stress-free football. And then
That's always pretty nice.
And then that final game, as soon as it ended, I was like, crap, Cowboys are next. Oh,
There we
crap.
go.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. And then Dak put it to bed, baby. Woo!
uh,
Woo!
Before we get into anything, make sure that you please like, subscribe, smash that bell so you know when Cowboys Cutting Up and all BGE podcasts are on. Of course, you can check us out on Spotify, Amazon, and Apple Podcasts, or anywhere where you listen to your podcast on your favorite platform. Look, man, I've got to start it out this way. I have to offer a one-game apology. A one-game apology to one Rain Dakota Prescott. Okay. That game, he showed that he was a top 10 quarterback, top 10 this season quarterback. He showed that. He showed that. He showed what he can do and how he can do it. So that is my apology, man. He is that guy. He was that guy for that game. And yeah, I mean, 25 or 33. Again, when he goes towards that 40, get a little nervous. 305 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, and ran one in. I mean, dude, that's just. And you said it. I'm gonna let you say it. When they play like this, what's the sentiment?
Oh, when they play like this, they're the best team in the NFL. They
That's
are.
it.
They are.
That's it.
It's plain, and I'm not the only one saying that. That's what's so irritating about the Dallas Cowboys. It's
Right.
you can't put together consistent games like this. But
Yeah. And when you have people that say, "Well, just wait. We'll just wait," it's the letdown is coming. The letdown is coming. And over the past 27 years, you're like, nah, it can't be. And then it does. But this team this past Monday gives hope. Not only hope, but gives confidence. You wear your star a little bit brighter, right? And it's real easy to pound your chest and say, hey, check it out. This is what we do. This is where we are. So we're going to talk a little bit of the game. It was very quiet in my best Stephen A impression. It was very quiet after Monday. I got a few texts. A few people hit me up. Hey, congrats on the win. Tom Brady, blah, blah, blah. And I knew this and I knew that. They weren't saying that the week before. Tom's going 8-0. They're about to trounce him. Cowgirls, blah, blah, blah. But it was very, very quiet. Did you hear anybody call you up or, say anything to you this whole week? Just gets quiet, huh?
it's honestly where I live. It's all Dallas Cowboy fans, majority. Like I'm blessed in that. Like around my neighborhood, like I'm wearing the Dallas.
You say
Like
you're blessed
I,
in
I'm
that?
all. I have all these Dallas Cowboy shirts I'm proudly wearing this week. Like, man, how about them Cowboys? I'm like, pump the brakes. It was just a wild card game. Just a wild card game.
Right.
Where this team has aspirations to go deeper. We have not been out of the division. Just yes, we finally won a road playoff game. But at the same
Yeah.
time, we haven't been past the divisional round in the same 30 years as that road game. So we haven't done nothing yet. We haven't done nothing. We want that Super Bowl.
But
We want that.
but but here's another piece though. think about it like this: there are grown people, adults, who have never seen this. They've never seen a Dallas Cowboys team win a playoff game, a road playoff game.
A road playoff game.
They've never seen that. And let's be honest, really won a playoff game like this. Like it was dominating. Like when was the last time you can remember that you said and you've had confidence after they won the game? Wow. Super Bowl or bust.
No, because if you look back to the 2014 Dez Bryant catch game, the game before that, Detroit Lions should have beat us.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like the pass interference call that went away. I mean, the Detroit Lions could have barely easily beat us. Same thing in 2000. What was it? 16. Well, we lost we had the number 1 seed with Dak Prescott. Dak played a hell of a game that game too, but the defense.
You had to come from behind though.
They had to come from behind, but we tied it up, but whatever, we didn't win that game. But that 2018, when we barely beat Seattle, like we barely beat them, we were behind in the second half of that game, and then we played the Rams and fall. So honestly, we haven't since back in the Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith Cowboy days, where we're used to this. We're all right. Just give us 49ers an NFC Championship game.
But I mean, and I think that's the other part is that we're used to it because it's not so far in the realm of, and people joke, oh, the last time that you guys had the Super Bowl, it was on VHS. Yeah, okay. And there was, DVDs were very expensive, but laser discs were too. But okay, yeah, it's been a while. I get that. But there are franchises that just have one. Philly, I'm looking at you. There are franchises that are in the playoffs right now that don't have any. It's quite a few of y'all. Jacksonville, hello.
Texans. So,
yeah, hello. So I'm just saying, Bills, hello. It's, so to really try and get to this. And we kind of talked about this, and we said we are going to talk about this when we came on. Tom Brady, it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time, buddy. And I know that there are rumors out there that he's going to go somewhere. And put it in the chat. What do you think Tom Brady? Do you think Tom Brady, number one, should retire? That's number one. And if not, where do you think he should go? What do you think is the best fit for Tom Brady right now? Seeing what you saw.
You want me to answer that right now?
Yeah, I do.
There isn't any. No, I'm being honest, and I respect Tom Brady, but he has to go. He can't lead you to wins anymore like he did in the past, right? Like, oh, Tom Brady can beat you just by himself with throwing the ball.
Yeah,
he's not that age. He's 46 years old, guys. I mean, come on. I mean, he'll be 46 next year. He's 45 years old right now.
Right.
So you have to put him in the perfect situation. And there's not a team that needs a quarterback that's in that perfect situation in any playoff situation. So, if he doesn't want to go to the AFC, if you want to go to the AFC, I can tell you one place, and you probably disagree with me. It's the New York Jets. They have a great offensive line, great running game. They have receiver, and they have a great defense. I know.
I thought you were going to say a little bit closer to home for him, which I think is actually a better fit, and that's the Raiders.
Raiders don't have a defense, and I don't think their offensive line can hold. That's what Derek Carr had problems with all year is pressure.
But Derek Carr has problems. Derek Carr has problems. That organization.
But what I'm saying is he will not go to the AFC. That's why he won't go to Patrick Mahomes and play him twice a year.
Okay, now that's fair, but the Kansas City defense is not what it once was, quote unquote, and it really never really was all that amazing because you had such a dynamic offense. I think it made the defense look way better than what it was. And when that kind of waned, now you're seeing what happened, especially in that Super Bowl. But I think when you start looking at places he can go. And yes, this is Cowboys Cutting Up. We're going to talk about that for sure. But
Miami.
to me, nah.
All those weapons? Tell me you couldn't make it work?
I think he could. Sure. I mean, Tyreek Hill and yeah.
Waddle.
And he likes to throw a lot of underneath stuff. So possibly. But I agree though. It's time. Just go ahead, go into the booth, be an analyst, rip people like he normally does. Hey, live your life.
But knowing Tom Brady the way everyone knows Tom Brady, he does not want that to be his last game. He doesn't want to go out like that.
No one. I don't think anybody would. That's just a garbage. What up, big game? Good to see you, man. Glad to have you here. So yeah, he's gonna go somewhere. He's gonna go somewhere knowing that this is now Jordan in Washington, right? This is what we talked about on Big Game Sports was right last night. Top 5 players that should have retired, that should have hung it up, and just didn't. And Emmett in Arizona, right? You just don't remember that. I'm drawing a blank, but I can see his face. But Joe Montana in Kansas City. I mean, and he wasn't bad, but it wasn't Joe Montana, right? And remember, Jerry Rice went to Seattle and went to the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not good.
Dion went to the Ravens.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens still trying to get in the league.
Why got Brady name me a call? Because we beat the brakes off of him, James. That's why we got to talk about Brady. That's why Brady is in our convo. We beat the brakes off that dude. That's why. Because we're recapping what happened last week. Big game. Came in a little late. That's what we're doing. Because we're definitely going to have plenty of conversation about the 49ers and why Trey doesn't feel nervous about them. Which I don't get. I'm very nervous. I think that
I said something along the lines of that. But
hey, look, that's the best team in football, in my opinion. The most complete team.
Are we switching over to them the game this week?
Yeah, and I mean they came up against the defense. Brock Purdy came up against a real defense, in my opinion. Seattle is okay. Now, I'm not saying they're elite.
They're not good.
I'm not saying,
They're not good.
They're not bad.
Their pass defense sucks, dude. Like, it is horrible. I think it's in the bottom of the league.
Here's what scares me about San Fran, and we've talked about the running game, right? We know it's going to be formidable. You have two of the most, dynamic offensive players in the league right now, in McCaffrey and Samuels, right? But you also have a very athletic and young quarterback in Brock Purdy. And yes, he's young, but he's very athletic. Dallas has an issue with that. And the reason why I say is when we look at the Jalen Hurts and the Fields and those guys where you now have to spy with Parsons and he's not rushing, you take him out of now you're playing 11 on 10.
Why do you have to spy with Parsons?
Because he may run out.
Why can't you spy with LVE?
Who?
LVE.
Are you serious? Are you serious right now?
Hell of a game yesterday.
Oh my gosh. He had 2 plays. And they were both pass plays that he broke up.
He also stopped the run too when they needed it. The first half.
LVE is Sean Lee 2.0. Okay. He cannot be the guy that spies Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy will run past him.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I mean, I just don't see it for him. I don't see it for him. Let him cover a tight end. whatever, cool, fine. Covering the flats, cool, fine, but not spying on Brock Purdy. I don't think so. I don't see that.
I personally don't think we need to spy Brock Purdy.
We said that about Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones is not a great quarterback, but Daniel Jones ran all over our Dallas Cowboys.
He also ran around the Minnesota Vikings and everybody.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. And this is the same type of guy.
If Brock Purdy is is the only offense they're having is Brock Purdy running an offense, running first down, I take my chances on us winning the game. Our chance,
sure,
taking all the playmakers away. That's what I'll be happy with that. I don't care. Like I would not even spy him.
So let me ask this question, then, Trey. If Brock Purdy runs for 2 first downs, and I'm not even care about down and distance, or let's just say if your down and distance is at least 5 or more, right? 3rd down, 3rd and 5, Brock Purdy gets loose, gets 2 first downs early, you don't spy him?
No.
What would it take for you to spy him then? Nothing?
I would not spy Brock Purdy. I mean, he doesn't have he's not a Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts type of runner. Like he doesn't want to run. Like he wants to throw. I think if Dallas does a good job of just containing the lanes and keeping everything inside instead of letting him get outside, like to contain the lanes, like the defensive ends with Lawrence and Micah or whoever's on the other side, wherever because they're going to move Micah Parsons around all around. But
yes,
contain the lanes and make them go up, or Haskins going to eat you up, or Armstrong or whoever. I like my chances that way, and that way you don't have to bring another defender in and cover those deep wide because you have to play. Man, you might have to play cover 2 all night long so no one can beat you over the top. Because Deebo Samuels, Kittle, I mean, you got to worry about. And then what's that other guy's name? Ayuk or whatever his name is. He's a playmaker.
Yeah, Ayuk is nice.
Yeah. And then you got to worry about what's his face, Christian McCaffrey coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, CC. Yeah.
So I would not spot unless, like in the first half, it's way out of control where Brock Purdy has 150 yards in the first half. I wouldn't even worry about Brock Purdy. I honestly wouldn't.
But if he's got 60 yards or 50 yards in that first half, I feel like I have to do something. I can't just let him.
But what's the score though? You also got to look at that. Like, are we winning by 3? Is it like 10-7? Is it, you know what I mean? So it's different factors in each thing.
But we've lost big leads this season as well with this defense.
Oh, I know.
So we were up 14-0 on Green Bay going into the fourth quarter, deep into the fourth quarter.
We were up 17 against Jacksonville.
Lost that game. So
we win both those games. We have home field throughout the. We'll be playing the Giants today.
We'll be playing the Giants, who are also kind of scary. Saquon is coming on, like I said, Daniel Jones, and they have a nice defense. It's a no-name defense that is decent. Is a decent defense. But for that 49ers game, again, Brock worries me in the fact that he is athletic. And so Dan Quinn, all the stunts and things they like to do up front, I don't want them to get basic, but they're going to have to be very creative. And what they do with Micah, Tank has to show up more than what he is doing. He's got to. And I know he had I can't even say a decent game. Like he's average. To me, he's average.
Ever since you gave that pay raise.
And I know he's so much more than that. I just feel he is so much more than that. And he shows the flashes of it. But to be consistent.
I get the consistent part. He did save the game against the Houston Texans for us. I mean, he showed up there. He does the little things right. Like he's doing things that we don't notice, like the big, like Michael Parsons getting the back. Like he's doing, like he's containing the edge. He's not giving up the big run. He's doing the little things that we do not notice on the TV screen.
Right.
But you have to have his presence felt. Like he's got to get pressures. He's got to do it. He's got to make Purdy feel him because Purdy has yet to feel anything because he has not played any defense whatsoever. And by all accounts, Seattle was in that game. If they just
And
didn't,
that's what I'm saying.
if they
Is that
didn't have a stupid down the field, which I still question that down the offensive lineman down the field in the 10-yard line, I still don't think it was Seattle would have gone up in the lead and probably would made it a lot closer. I wouldn't say they would have won, but it would have been a lot closer than what the final score was. But
well,
if you just feel Purdy, like we have yet to see Purdy under pressure, we have yet to see him like like uh, come from behind. I guess you would say
yeah.
like
No,
deficit.
he hasn't. Like Seattle was the most formidable hurdle he's had to face. And that's why I said, no, their defense isn't great. But it's decent enough that it brought pressure a little bit on him. And so he had some adversity in the first half ish of the game. But they made adjustments. And look, they have a great coaching staff on that side of the field. I don't think you can deny what they have over there. And so that's the other part that's not even being really talked about as much because you have McCarthy with a Super Bowl way back, right? Here's what I also wanted to talk about. So the first 15-ish plays are scripted. You already know where I'm going with this, I think. Those first 6 were bad. Very predictable. The first series, 3 straight passes. The second series is 2 runs, 1 pass, 3 and out again. It wasn't until, and this is why I had to apologize to Dakota, because when they ran the hurry up offense, that's him. That's him saying, I'm taking the offense. I see what's going on. I've got the rhythm. Here we go. And when they did that, there was nothing they could do. There was nothing that defense could do against them. And that offense was clicking. Understanding that Tony Pollard runs better on the outside and not on the inside. And understanding that Zeke is still a formidable, well, he is still a runner you put in the middle to wear down that defense. Get those hard yards, as they say, get 1 or 2 yards. Okay, fine. You know, you understand what that is. Now, is that worth $100 million? No. So worth $16 million a year? No. But we'll talk about that at the end, right, of the season, of the actual season, when we say, hey, what do we do now? But I mean, did I see something different? Did you see something different when that hurry up offense that I'm saying that, look, Dak understands what he wants to do in this offense.
I've always said the hurry up offense is always better because that's what he's used to back from his Mississippi State days. Like he feels, and it's not just Dak; it's a lot of quarterbacks now. They feel a lot better with because you're not thinking, right? You're not thinking;
Right.
you're just playing. That's exactly what's going on. But on it, like I'm with you on the first 6 plays. I just want to say, Kellen. Like I think they were just trying to. Like I think they knew that Tampa Bay is not going to score a lot of points, and Dallas could, right? And I feel like they're trying to fill each other out. Like they're trying to figure what kind of defense Tampa Bay was playing. I know the first 15 plays are scripted, but I think that's what going into the game. But I think what settled Dak Prescott down, I think Michael Gallup had a big, huge part in this. His first completion down the field for a first down was to Michael Gallup, and it was overthrown. But Michael Gallup went up and caught the ball.
Yeah, he
and
climbed the ladder. Yeah.
Dak Prescott's like, all right, got my first down, and then they went a little tempo, and you just say click.
Yeah.
Someone who didn't give credit to was Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore called it hell of a game. That naked bootleg on the 4th and 1,
which
the
they missed on
route.
they missed that on it was that same series, but it was I think like 4 or 5 plays before that. He had it open and didn't take that naked boot. But they just ran that stretch and that stupid stretch play that they have, and it's like, dude, that's open all day. They're crashing down. That's open. And again, credit to whoever has been coaching Dak up on this. His play fakes were amazing. This dude looked like Harry Houdini with these play fakes, man. which on that naked boot, on that run, which he could have thrown, but said, "No, I'm Dak Prescott. I'm about to run this in. Watch my blazing slowness." I mean, that's pretty slow. But
Not more than Peyton Manning, though. I'll tell you that.
no, well, that's.
Well, you got to remember, Dak's coming off a freaking compound fractured ankle injury. He's lost a lot of speed because of it. No, I heard doctors say that they're actually shocked that he actually came back and played football. Like
I get that.
So he's lost a little bit of speed.
Well,
but he the first downs when you need it.
To say he's lost a little bit of speed would means that he had some speed going in, not that much. I mean, come on,
You do realize Dak Prescott's had a rushing touchdown in every playoff game he's ever played, right?
Okay.
I'm just saying, like he has enough speed. Like he's not a Jalen Hurts or anything, but he has It's like a Aaron Rodgers speed, like it's just enough to get him to the first down and get him to where to move the chains. And
like Josh Allen is faster than Dak Prescott.
Josh Allen's just a freaking wrecking ball when he has out. He's like a freaking linebacker, dude. Like
Josh Allen is faster than Dak Prescott.
Oh yeah, I'm not questioning that. I'm just
Daniel Jones is faster than Dak Prescott.
No, I'm not questioning this. I'm just saying he has enough speed where you have to account for him just a little bit to.
Okay, I'll give you that. You have to kind of account for him. He, every time he ran though, I was like slide, and he wouldn't slide until later on. Like, dude, you realize you're up, and we want you to slide so you can stay in the playoffs. Because
no, Cooper Rush, remember, he's amazing. He should be the starting quarterback. He should have.
Cooper
I'm not
Rush
saying you, other Cowboy fans who.
He is amazing.
No, he's amazing. Yeah, go from 23rd ranked offense to the first. Okay, yeah, he's amazing.
Wins. He was 4-1 this season.
And what was Dak Prescott?
He wasn't 4-1.
He was better.
He's got 4 losses.
He also has twice as many wins.
He's got 4 losses.
He also has twice as many wins, plus the offense was better than
that. He's got 4 losses.
I don't care. Oh my God.
I know you don't care. I know you don't care. It doesn't matter.
Only Cowboy fans can fight amongst each other.
No, it was good, man. Look, he was really good. Again, what gets me is the defense have to be perfect for this game, in my opinion. This is the game where you have to be perfect. You cannot have mental mistakes. That back end has to be good. And Kurtz got hurt again on his knee, got rolled up. I'm hoping that he'll be okay. I haven't seen anywhere.
He said, Mike McCarthy says he's planning to play, and he said 100% says he's playing. So
yeah,
he practiced today, so that's good.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
No, who didn't practice is Jason Peters. He's out.
And I mean, yeah, but you saw McGovern, you saw Biotish, you saw both Smiths, and they held their own. They did what they needed to do, man.
Tyler Smith is coming too. He's going to be an All-Pro.
He is.
He's going to be a stud.
He is, and he switched from guard to tackle during the game. So,
that helped playing him in the preseason at guard, and we're all wondering, what's McCarthy doing with all that? He knows what he was doing. He knew he had depth, and he had to move around some people for this situation. Mike McCarthy's done a hell of a job coaching this team this year.
Mike McCarthy is a great line coach.
That's his pet project.
And he should be an offensive line coach, and that's it. That's all. Because I don't trust him with time management and clock management.
It's been better this year. Better than what's his name from the Chargers?
That's a dumpster fire, bro.
Better than him. Dumpster
fire. Ever since it's crazy. Ever since Herbert got hurt, it's just been what has happened to these guys? They've become
they're the Dallas
Cowboys, really kind of irrelevant. Was that?
They're the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC.
Oh, oh, oh. I don't know about that.
But with 27-7 lead at halftime, I mean, come on. What other team does that?
The Falcons?
Falcons.
It will look,
Vikings.
any comeback will always be the Falcons. Hey, I understand, Mark. I understand, God, but hey, those are facts. Those are facts.
Just let the record, Joe. I went perfect this week on picking my games. Just saying.
Yeah, okay. That's good because you picked the Jags.
I put the Jags. That was like, I'm like, oh crap, this is gonna be a great.
Yeah, you were stretching out there. Cowboys signed a kicker.
They did. They did. They did. They signed him to a practice squad for insurance reasons. Whatever insurance means, I have no idea.
Nah, you know what it means.
I know exactly.
You know what it means. It's that. Hey, Maher, guess what? Miss another one. Miss another one. I don't think they should have signed him though. I don't think they should have signed him.
I don't either.
This is your dude. This is your guy. This is your dude. Yeah, I know. Blah blah blah. But hey, it's what it is, Mark. It's what it is, man. You know, it's.
Brett Maher has actually won us some won us some games this year.
Yes, but he's setting records though for not good things.
He's also it's true.
He's not.
There was almost at a point where I was like, dude, just take get 4 false starts and make him kick a field goal because he feels comfortable from 60 yards and he does from 35.
Listen, it's bad when your starting quarterback is saying, "Hey, F it, let's go for 2 points. Let's just go for 2 points." Like he's seen saying, "Let's go for 2 points."
If the game was closer, I think they would have.
Oh, listen, that's why they went on that 4th down. That's the only reason why they're like, nah. We're gonna go on this 4th down. We're gonna throw it to CeeDee Lamb. Hey, guess what? He got it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I kind of wish they would have kicked the field goal to see if it was just extra points or feel like both.
I hear you, but
after the first 3 missed field, wouldn't you think, hey, let's move the ball to the middle of the field? Maybe that would help you a little bit.
Well, that just depends on which side you go in, though. If you got to move it to the hash of where you scored a touchdown. So that's why it's on.
No, you get to pick.
You
get to pick.
I think so, because that's why I was still there. Talk about Collins by his picks. Well, that's what he is. Mark, you know this guy. He's a braggart.
I am.
He's a braggart, man. Grant Geyser. What's good, guy? Good to see you. Can we get a yeehaw cowboy up? Hell yeah, and yippee-ki yay.
Good job.
Appreciate you hitting the like, and make sure that you also hit the like button and show support. Make sure that you also hit that subscribe.
Oh,
man. Yo.
I would be for saying all that the way he does. I was like, what?
We still have like another 20 minutes, Mark. Come on, man. Come on. I mean, kids to pick. Yeah. We're gonna see because look, when coming to this game, it does make you nervous. You're confident now because we're world beaters. But as we get closer to Sunday, and you start hearing sides and saying, okay, well, this player can do this, and this player can do this, and this player can do this. And you start looking at matchups and you're saying, ooh, that's not a good matchup, right? That doesn't favor us. Again, for me, it's Bosa scares me. And that defense, that defense scares me. Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel scare me. Because those two alone, and you have Kelsey. So, get to pick where to place the ball on extra points. Okay, so if you get to play, all right, gotcha. So,
I was just looking that up when he said that. I was like, yeah.
That must be a new rule. I've been playing back in the 40s and 50s with big game. Look,
yeah, yeah. But well, back in the day, they kicked it from the 2-yard line, where it's like, okay, yeah, you need to kick it from the
true,
middle.
true, but it's still they just moved it back 10 yards though. It's 22 yards. It's 22 yards.
I know,
One
but
extra point.
I don't, dude. Don't ask me. It was me. I'll go with the middle. I don't get why these kick. Some people kick it from the right. Some people kick it from the left. I would just pick. Like after I missed 2, I'm like, okay, this ain't working. Let's move to the other side, or let's move to the middle. That's just me. But hey, they make millions of dollars. I don't know anything.
Well, kicking it, I kind of look at kicking as kind of like a golf swing, right? So, what do you do in a golf swing if you're hitting all to the right? You open up your stance, you change your hands, and then you change your swing, and now it's going straight left, right into the trees, or hitting your friends or the golf cart. And to me, that's what was happening. He went right twice and pushed way left.
You tried to overcorrect the
Yeah.
one that was ugly, the
Yeah.
ugliest one.
Yeah, and then the fourth one hit the upright.
I thought
on
that
the
was
right.
good for a second.
I did too.
Because it hit the
But
top and went over. I thought that was the rule. I don't know.
No, I hit the top and went out.
I know it hit the very top of it. I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah, it's just
Right, you're my
bad dip.
boy. You're gonna do better this week. We're going to need you. You're gonna kick the game-winning field goal. I can see it right now.
The game-winning field goal?
I'm afraid it's gonna come down to Brett Maher and all Cowboy fans on the edge of their feet going like that. Gonna have no nails left. And I'll be one of them. I'm like, oh crap! And then he'll win, and then you hear Mike McCarthy. Oh, we had trust in him all along. We had this and that, and
I don't trust anything that Mark McCarthy says. Nothing. Nothing.
At some point, you're going to have to give this guy his due, man, because he back-to-back 12-win season. No Cowboys team's done that since the 90s Cowboys. Won a road playoff game. No one's done that in 30 years. Got this team winning. Got this team believing. You got to say what you want. Dude, you can say what you want to about time management, but he has his team believing and doing everything they needs to do.
This is what I will say.
Better than
this is. This is. I'm not doing all that. This is the most complete offensive and defensive game they've played this season, in my opinion, besides the Minnesota game.
They've played all 4 quarters perfect, like a full game. Full game.
And the reason why I say that is there were only 2 penalties on Dallas, and none of them were on the offensive line.
One was
and that says something.
Well, it's tight end count?
No. Because I'm not counting tight.
No, a questionable holding call too, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't count tight ends because they get to run off the line. Okay, they get to be heroes. They get to be offensive linemen. Don't. They're ugly. They're nasty. They're big. Right. They don't run very fast per se. They're offensive linemen. That's what they are. They're in the trenches. Tight ends don't do that, especially not. Schultz is not offensive lineman. Not at all. So, yeah. But yeah, none of the offensive linemen had any penalties, which that's a first this season, I think. But that's a clean game. Like I went through it and said, and I looked at, my mentor. I said, hey, man, coach, there's no offensive penalties. No, I mean, offensive lineman penalties. He said, you know what? That's right. That's how you play. If they play clean like that, man. And look, holding happens every play. I don't care what people say. It happens every play. Okay. It's just a matter of it being called and your technique. Okay. If your technique is sound enough, then they won't call it as often or it won't be as obvious. Let's say it like that. But if you're just mauling the person, and your hands are outside, guess what? You're going to get called. More often than not, you're going to get called.
Real quick on the penalties.
Yeah.
The officials, they actually called a holding on Michael Parsons. I guess all this talking actually got to the referees because that guy never gets called, man.
No, defensive holding. I mean, offensive holding where he's coming through, and yeah, it's I applaud him. Like I said, I fear that he runs 1,000% on every play. And his conditioning is crazy, but we just talked about Tom Brady has 66 passing plays. 66. And so you have to think Michael was in the vast majority of those. 90 to 95% of those plays. He was there. So if you're talking about that, and then you have, we figured 12 plays. So, I mean, there you go. That's 78 offensive plays. 78 offensive plays, which means you have 78 defensive plays. And he's rushing a good majority of the time. So yeah, they're going to have to figure that out. They're going to have to balance it out well. The running game is going to have to be there. The best defense against San Francisco is Dallas's offense on the field. If you can keep their offense off, you have a way better chance. A way better chance of winning this game.
Someone commented on my Facebook page, Dallas gained home field in the NFC Championship game. Yes, the Giants upset the She-Eagles.
We can preview that. Because I think that's the thing. That's a real thing.
I'm almost at the verge of picking the Giants over the Eagles.
I think I am. I'm going to just go ahead and
I'm almost there. The Eagles haven't looked good the last month.
No, they haven't. It's Jalen's injury maybe just affecting him that much.
It could be, but I mean the defense is allowing rushing yards. I think Barkley's going to run. I think he's going to get pretty good yards. Daniel Jones plus that running game. Daniel Jones' confidence levels through the roof after his performance Saturday night. Sunday afternoon. So, but dude, coach of the year is forgot his freaking name for the Giants. Dabble.
Yeah, Dabble.
Dude, he has his team believing. I couldn't name you one freaking play besides the guy from Oregon on the defensive end for the Giants. I couldn't name you another starter.
I don't know. That's a no-name defense, man.
I don't know. And then receivers, I mean, they're just doing their job. They're doing their job, right? Like everyone has to do their job to be successful. Just like the Bill Parcells teams back in the day. Just do your job and you'll be successful. And that's what he's doing. This Giants team is playing with confidence. If Daniel Jones plays the way he did, man, watch out. Watch out. I'm not there yet. My final picture comes Saturday morning, but I'm almost there because my perfect record's kind of, I don't want to ruin it.
What do you want to do? We can do picks now. Do you want to do picks now for the divisional round?
Go ahead.
All right. So let's first up, Jags Chiefs. Does the ride in for the Jags?
Man. I think the weather, the crowd, I think it's going to be close. And then I think Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes pulls away. But I think if Trevor Lawrence throws 4 interceptions in the first quarter again, it's going to be 60-0 before.
Whoa.
But I don't see Trevor Lawrence throwing that. I think they need to play ball control. ETN's going to have a huge rushing day for Jaguars to have any chance in this. But I still think the Chiefs are waiting. I think the Chiefs win 31-21.
31-21 Chiefs. Okay. I think Chiefs win. I think Chiefs pull away after the half. And I think it'll actually be big. I think Chiefs win big. I'm going to say more of Chiefs 45. Jags 21.
But to tell you this, I would not be shocked if Jacksonville goes in and wins. I would not be shocked.
I would be shocked.
Doug Peterson's a hell of a coach.
He is. And I said this yesterday in the past week was that the best thing that could have ever happened to Trevor Lawrence was old boy getting a lap dance in Ohio. That was the best thing that could have happened because now that opens the door to have a Doug Peterson come in and be your coach. So, yeah, absolutely. Best thing that they're made for each other. They are really kind of a perfect fit for that team and for that player.
Well,
Well,
their personality.
Game that we were just talking about.
Yeah, they're their faith.
Yeah.
They're both Christian faith organized men, and that
Mhm.
alone, like you're right, it was a perfect fit for both of them.
Yeah. Giants Eagles.
Oh man, I hold the right to change my pick later in the week. So check my Facebook and Twitter pages out for might change my pick on this one. But man, this Eagle team reminds me of these like the Green Bay Pack, like these teams that start off hot at the beginning of the year and then they kind of crumble at the end, like the Pittsburgh Steelers back when they were 11-0. But man, I just don't know the Giants have enough playmaker. If Barkley runs Ranchon or has a good running game, Giants win this game. But man, right now I'm going to pick the She-Eagles. I think it's close. I think they kick a game-winning field goal. I think it's 31-28. Eagles.
31-28.
Honestly, I kind of hope the Eagles do win because
pick.
I do want the Cowboys Eagles round 3 with everyone healthy. That's what I want. I think everyone in the world wants that too.
I agree with that. That'll blow. Look, any game that the Cowboys are in will be the game of the week when it comes to the ratings. But yeah, if you have a round 3, everyone's quote unquote healthy, everyone's on the field. Yeah, that's the game of the playoffs. That's the game of the playoffs. I actually hate the Eagles this much that I'm just going to go with New York, and I hate the Giants as well, but I hate the Eagles even more. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Giants because I'm not picking with my head here. My head says Eagles. It does. It says Eagles. Eagles have a better defense. Eagles have a better receiving core.
Eagles are a better team.
Eagles have a better quarterback. They're a better team. They're a better team.
Here's the thing. Do you trust Nick Sirianni? Like they don't change anything. Like they don't. They don't. Like I hate that dude. I do. I really hate that dude.
I despise this guy. And he's so Philly that it makes me.
I can't stand Nick Sirianni, man.
I despise that guy. He's you know what he's like? He's the Ben Affleck of NFL coaches, is what he is.
Wow, I kind of like Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck is the worst actor ever on the planet of ever in the history of time.
Well, everyone has their own opinions. So. Right.
That's a whole nother show. But he's horrible. He's horrible. He's god awful. Jason Reed, I see your question. We're going to get to that. Bengals Bills rematch.
Man, I was going to pick the Bengals. I really was. And then I found out there are all 3 starting linemen against the Bills going to Buffalo.
Yeah,
I kind of feel bad for the Bengals because they would have beat the Bills if DeMar Hamlin didn't have his collapse. Yeah. And now they got to go to Buffalo. If they would have won that game against Buffalo, it would have been in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I want to pick the Bengals, but being 3 off, man, I just think all the momentum, right? Bills haven't looked that good since the injury. They barely beat the Dolphins with Skylar Thompson.
Yeah.
The secondary's not that great. Man, dang it. But the 3 offensive linemen scare me. Can the Bills get enough pressure? They're both cold weather team. Man, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pick the Bengals. I am.
There you go.
I think the Bengals are going to do it.
There you go. I'm with you. I'm with you. And I didn't give you a score, but for the other game, Giants Eagles, I'm saying Giants 31, Eagles 30. It's a 1-point game. They're losing heartbreak. Bengals Bills, I'm with Bengals, man. It's something about that team. Joe Burrow, he has the swagger. Man, it's and I'm with you, man. Bills will make a great story. And I think they're riding the high. I know they're riding the high of DeMar Hamlin now back in Buffalo, going to the facilities and things of that nature. But
yeah, but they're not playing that well with all that.
No.
And Josh Allen turned the ball, like everyone's talking about Dak Prescott on his turn. Josh Allen turned the ball over just as much as Dak. Like he threw 2 interceptions. If the Bills didn't play anyone else besides the Dolphins, they would have lost that game last week.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why I'm going with the Bengals, just because I just think the Bengals are that much better. I think Josh Allen's injury is still kind of affecting them a little bit, and that defense is not the same without the key players that they've lost. So yeah, I'm going Bills Bengals. Now I'm gonna put this up just because, Jason, here's the deal, man. Who is safer if Cowboys lose the 49ers, McCarthy or Prescott, or both? How about this? Here's my prediction. They don't lose. They don't lose. So neither. I'm choosing another option there, my guy. Neither of them. Both are safe. How about that? Both are safe. Both are safe. That's a good question though. Well, McCarthy would be out. McCarthy would be out because you don't have a $40 million quarterback and just throw him on the scrap heap after that game that he had against Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
the blame will go to McCarthy.
Prescott wasn't going anywhere, no matter what, with that $40 million. He's safe, and honestly, I don't think McCarthy's going anywhere either. I mean, the guy had back-to-back 12-win seasons. It's like that's really hard to do in the NFL. No Cowboys, like I said, no Cowboys coach has done that since Jimmy Johnson, Barry Switzer, and all those days.
Yeah, but the way we lost to the Niners,
I know, but he reconciled that with that great performance. Now, I think he's safe for this year, but if he loses the 49ers again in horrible fashion, he could be a little hot because this will be his fourth year coming next year, and Jerry Jones wants a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but Sean Payton's not coming to the Cowboys, so
no,
you can put that to bed right now.
No, Peyton is out, and I think what you're gonna see is I think there are negotiations right now that Dan Quinn is having with Jerry to say, look, if he doesn't win, where does that leave me?
Dude, I really wish these I wish that NFL put in a rule you cannot interview until you're out of the playoffs. Because Dan Quinn's interviewing for these jobs, and you're especially on a short week, right? Like, because the Cowboys play on Monday, they didn't get back in until late Tuesday morning, and then now you got to practice, and now you got to do focus on the game, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I hate that. Kellen Moore, I don't care. You can go to Carolina. I don't give a crap.
Yeah, bye-bye.
You can go. Later. I know you coached a hell of a game.
Hey,
but hey, you can go.
I'll help pack your boxes, my guy. I'll help pack your boxes. That's real.
But I agree with you. I think Jerry Jones is gonna make like a Jason Garrett type thing.
Yeah, he's coaching and waiting.
Just wait for him. Just wait him to F up and see what happens, and we'll hire you as a head coach.
That's it. And I just want to see who he's going to get for OC. Now, here's the issue, man, with Dan Quinn as the head coach. There has not been, as far as I can understand, a defensive coordinator or coach that has won the Super Bowl, okay, in this modern era. I think Ditka maybe. Who?
Really? Bill Belichick. He's defense.
Okay. Fair enough.
Tony Dungy, defense.
Okay, fair enough. 5 years. Past 5 years.
But today's era from like 2000.
Yeah, past 5 years. Yeah, in the past 5 years.
You just look at the 8 teams remaining. All of them are offensive coaches, except for the Bills, McDermott. He's a defense, but all the other ones are offense. I get what you're saying, but yeah, Tony Dungy's won a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Bill Belichick.
Mike Tomlin. He's quite a few. Yeah, and that's really it's where the league is going now. Is they're staying or they're pushing that offense and how they can push the ball down the field, and it's, hey, we got to outscore you. And so if they're able to do that, then that's where they're going to look. I don't see Dan Quinn. He'll get a job, but it'll really just depend on his OC, just like we saw in San Diego.
if you're Dan Quinn, why are you re-interviewing for Denver? Like, you passed me up already for this guy. I'm not coming back to him. Like, really? Like, like I would not go to Denver.
I think it was more of he turned down Denver because he got a nice deal in Dallas, thinking that maybe this was it for McCarthy, but the team played for him and they got better. So maybe he said, okay, maybe this isn't the place that I can be in. So I'll re-interview in Denver. I don't know, man.
You got to bring an offensive quarterback whisperer for Russell Wilson, and we charge him for the year. Because that defense was sound all year. It was a freaking Russell Wilson that offense, and it's really been not that bad because they had Sutton. They had who's the other wide receiver from freaking Alabama? Judy. Judy, and you got a great tight. I mean, you got a good tight end. You got an offensive. You had everything there, and then Russell Wilson just sucks. I don't. Maybe Pete Carroll.
Oh, is it time for Russ to get out of the kitchen?
I think Russ just needs to. I love Russell Wilson, man. I do. I love everything about. I do. I like Russell Wilson. He's an underdog. He's won a Super Bowl. But man, that was highway robbery. What he did to the Denver Broncos, getting that money.
Yeah, he's yeah. Maybe he should just go play baseball
For the Texas Rangers.
Hey, we'll take him.
Didn't he get drafted by the Texas Rangers?
He did. We'll put him in the well, he won't be in the rotation, but he could be reliever. 1-2 inning reliever.
Oh,
we need all the help we can get.
That's true, you do.
So we'd say it's sad up here. But there you go. So yeah, now it's time for the picks. Cowboys, Niners. Who you got and the score?
Okay, let me reemphasize what you said earlier. Yes. The reason I was more worried about Tampa Bay because I knew I was playing Tampa Bay, and we just saw that debacle that the Dallas Cowboys put on. I was like, crap, Tom Brady's going to tear us apart with that way we just played. We let freaking Howell throw all over the field on us on the defensive end.
Yes.
Dak Prescott's throwing 3 interceptions. What do you think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to do? So that's why I was kind of like, crap, But I'm not – yes, I know the 49ers have weapons and everything, but right now I'm calm. But ask me Sunday morning when I wake up, probably if I even sleep Saturday night, ask me then. But right now I just feel calm, like a sense of like, hey, maybe this record throughout the season – but it's not a joke. Like, we lose a game, we win 4. We lose a game, lose 2. We lose a game, we win. So now it's that time where we win 4 in a row.
Right.
Maybe if Dak Prescott play, and I think Dak Prescott, I think he's been marking this on his like I think he won revenge from last year. I think that's going to have another good game. I think Tony Pollard's going to do a thing. The Cowboys can contain the running game of the San Francisco 49ers. Cowboys should win this game by 10 points. But I think being in being at Levi Stadium, I'm going to say this, it's going to come down to a Brett Maher field goal, baby, from 50 yards out. We're going to win 34-31.
34-31. Look, I'm going to vote with my heart, man, on this one. Just like I did so all my NFC picks are heart picks. Cowboys over the Niners, 28-24.
Ooh.
28-24. And Maher will be a factor.
So he's making all 4 of his field goals now.
Right, exactly. He'll actually kick all 4 of the extra points. Yeah. So it'll be 28-24. And we'll ride that into the NFC Championship against the New York Giants.
Man, that was so Dallas Cowboys. We get the home, like the NFC Championship game. The Giants beat us, go to the Super Bowl. Like it was, dude, I'd just be happy we make it to the NFC Champ because Dallas has not been to the NFC Championship game in over 30 years or 27 years, I think. So, man, if Dallas wins, there might be some tears coming out.
Oh, there's gonna be tears. I'm crying like a
There's
baby.
there's probably gonna be tears coming out, win or lose, man. I'm just like,
Well, that's true. That part is true. That part is
Dallas, I
very,
ask
very
you
true.
this: if you're gonna lose, please lose in a blowout, so I can take it easier than like
Nah, I want it.
because when it's close, it always seems something goes wrong, like a Dak pick or a penalty where they get a first down and they milk the clock and they kick a game-winning field goal,
But you
or
know,
like
Dak
something
likes to throw
like that.
picks.
He
Dak
didn't
likes
throw
to
a
throw
pick
picks.
Monday. Just
He
saying.
did not. And again, let me stop because positive vibes here. That's what this is.
And Dak said in
And
his interview he was trying to press too much. He was taking too much chances, and he went back to what's been working and see what happened.
yeah,
I think Dak has turned the page. Man, and here's a cool thing. You know, we don't have one single quarterback in the final 8 teams over 30 years old. Dak Prescott's the
that's
oldest at
crazy.
29.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
No Aaron Rodgers, no Tom Brady.
Well, good because they should have retired.
Like, look at God.
Trey, what you got going on this week, man?
Oh
What you
man,
got going on?
a lot of prayer.
A lot of prayer.
Going to church early on Sunday.
Man, real
Uh,
early. Real early. Listen,
kneels at the altar. No,
man,
man. A couple of high school basketball games I might go cover. Shriner men
cool.
and women's basketball teams are playing, so I'll be covering a lot. But mostly I'll be at the house watching football, man.
There you go.
3:30 on
There
Saturday.
you go. There you go. There you go. Saturday games, Sunday games should be good to watch. Should be good to see. Look, make sure that you tune in. Big Game Entertainment, Big Game Sports. We love you having you here. We love the comments. Keep it going. We will definitely follow up with you. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Right, smash that bell so you know when we come on. Tomorrow, the Philly guys are coming in hot. Okay, they haven't played a game yet in the playoffs. They're going to be talking a lot of noise. Make sure you check them out. Two Birds, One Show, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm sorry, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time here on Big Game Entertainment.
I need him to send me a beer.
Yeah,
Those
check
pictures
those
he's
guys
posting
out.
on
Philly Sports and
Facebook, dude.
Craft
I'm
Beer.
like, what the heck? I want one.
Yeah, man. Hey, those guys talk. It's amazing. It's amazing. They'll get you on an app. You can actually talk back and forth about different places to get beers, and it amazing, amazing, amazing. So check them out. Two Birds, One Show, Philly Sports Craft Beer, and all those things that are crazy up on the East Coast. Hey, man, love each other. Be good to each other, and let's go Cowboys.